Welcome to another episode of Talking with Miss Trish. Today's a special episode, everybody. This man has thrown some of the best parties in Montreal. I have the one and only Stefan from For the People Entertainment with me today. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so Steph is here, aka Mustafa. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
No problem. So for people who don't know who you are, tell them who you are.
My name is Mustafa Douglas, also known as Stefan.
And what do you do?
I throw parties sometimes.
What kind of parties? Sometimes. Oh, no, it's more than sometimes. Tell them how often.
I tell people all the time, I'm a promoter by accident.
Okay, now that's what we're going to talk about. Yeah. How are you a promoter by accident?
Because it started in the basement.
But that's not an accident. Don't you think it was meant to be?
No, because I actually wasn't trying to throw a party.
Okay, so talk to me about that.
The mother of my kids, she owned a duplex in LaSalle. And just wanted to have some friends over. We were celebrating me just finally, spreading my wings a little bit.
Yeah.
And 200 people showed up.
I kind of remember that party.
Yeah.
I do remember those parties in the basement.
It was like the talk for so long, and they just kept saying, let's do it again. And I was like, well, Wenda, can we do this again?
Because you know what? You accelerated from there. You ended up doing like the pajama party and all that stuff after that and stuff like that.
And the pajama party happened because, oh my baby mom was going to kill me for this one. But
it's okay. It's okay. We're real and raw and all things are straight. Let's go.
Her sister had a little pajama party at her house.
Okay.
And I was there and I was like, this is pretty cool, you know?
You see?
Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to try this real quick. And boy, 250 of you guys showed up, you know?
We did. And it was great. It was great. So the name of your company is For the People Entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Why did you name it that?
Exactly how it started in the basement.
Exactly, For the People's Entertainment.
I was doing it for the people. They kept asking me for it so much. And I was brainstorming with somebody who I was working with at the time. And they're like, just keep it as what it is. And
that's good.
For the people, yeah.
I like that. I like that. And so far, what's been the most memorable event that you've had so far?
When my kids got old enough to work with me.
Okay, I like that.
That was pretty cool. Well, for sure, the one that I did like in memory of my mom, we did like Pink and stuff like that. But having my kids there,
that's good,
and my nephew there, and having their cousins come is pretty cool because my dad threw parties.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, so watching him do this stuff and now watching my kids, like even one time, my kids don't talk to me too much, you know? But one time my son, he took a picture of me from behind. He was helping me like run around the city and stuff, and he took a picture of me. He put the goat, and I was like, "You ain't got." I was like, "Yeah,
I like that.
You ain't got to tell me nothing if that's how you feel."
I love that. Yeah, that's really good.
That's
pretty
cool.
Good.
Yeah.
So seeing your dad throw parties and stuff like that, what part of his entrepreneur journey made you do it? Like, what was the highlight where you're like, "Dad, I want to do this too"? What was it?
Like I said, it happened by accident, but falling into it and realizing that I was doing what my dad was doing, I think what I got from it was the love, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I already knew a lot of people, but when they started showing up, that's when I was like, wow, you really get to see your people. So when it went from 200 to 575 and touching numbers like 600, you're like, okay, I was meant to do this, I guess.
You were. So, but I find like a lot of people see the fun, they see the end results. What is something that you think that people should see while you are doing this, while you're producing these parties? What's the hard part? Like, what's the difficult things that you have to get over?
Setting up.
Yeah.
Organization. What a beautiful thing is having an amazing team.
Yes.
Like 100%. My partner, Saren, is like a godsend. I'm
That's good.
having my mom up there with this dude. She's like, that's the one, you know?
Yeah.
Like my family saw her and they were like, she's a keeper. Like they literally told me that. They saw her work because she used to work for me. She has her own bartending company.
Nice.
She's a manager. So she used to bartend for me. And the way she was helping me out, my family's like, you need to keep her.
That's good.
So one of the hardest things is organization, setting up. Sometimes even, it's not a writer's block.
Okay.
But sometimes your creativity is a little bit stagnant bit.
Exactly, yeah.
My creativity is always flowing. Sometimes it's too much. I have notebooks all over my house.
That's good.
Sometimes the ideas are too much.
That's good, okay.
But then you can have an idea and the other pieces to the puzzle aren't really coming together.
Okay.
So for me, it's little stuff like that, yeah.
Okay, so you keep your ideas flowing through like the creativity of the books. Like where do the ideas come from mostly?
Once again, the people.
The people, okay.
Like I listen to them a lot. I listen to their complaints. And just sometimes I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I think that would work.
Good.
Yeah,
exactly.
like Bosie, my reggae party. I was just listening to how big the song was to have this actor jump on the track, and I was like, I want to do a reggae party. I'm like, what am I going to call it? What am I going to call it though?
Yes, that's right.
And I was like, what's popping right now? I was like, Bossy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense because it is a big party.
Mm-hmm. So
we do go every year.
Even my partner, she's mad creative too. Like she sees things and she'll come to me and she's very, very supportive of my vision. Because like I said, sometimes my creativity is too much and she's like, whoa, slow down, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
But like Off-White, she was like, dude.
Off-White is a good concept though.
She was like,
the pastel
dude,
colors, it's amazing.
She was like, dude, why Off-White? Why you always got to be so difficult?
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I Googled it and Off-White was like only 3 shades.
Exactly.
So then I was like, I love a pastel.
Right. There you go, right? And I think that we have so much all white parties and stuff like that. Not to shade them or anything like that.
But that was the reason why Off-White worked.
Okay.
Because I didn't want it to be another all-white party.
We're tired of wearing white. We're tired. We are tired of wearing white.
I love an all-white party.
Me too.
It's
but
easy.
I think it's just repetitive after one while. You know, after one you go to 16 of them, it's like, okay.
And it also depends on who does it.
That's true.
Like certain people can do it and you're like, I'm going to that. No questions asked. And somebody else you might say, oh, but why? You know? So when I went Off-White, I was like, once again, trying to be different.
Right.
It's also a shade. But in the pastels, I was like,
the pastel
mint,
idea.
pink.
I think that's very cool.
Yeah, very sexy.
That's very cool. So you've been doing this for so long. Do you ever feel like you've been overlooked by people in the community and stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, why do you think that is so?
I've done a lot in a short period of time.
Okay.
Like I probably had I think we're hitting almost our 30th event soon.
Wow.
And I probably started.
That's a lot.
I think I might have started in 2016, 2017.
30 events in.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So
good for you.
Had a really good run. Like I said, the people really came out and showed up, and I was doing like 4 or 5 events a year.
Nice.
Pajama parties like crazy.
Yeah, I remember that.
Did a couple of Halloween parties, and it was just like, so yeah, I'm gonna get overlooked because some people might feel like, where you come from?
Right, exactly. Right, exactly. Yeah.
You know, and I got that energy for sure in the beginning, and because my father threw parties and he saw the way it was ruffling my feathers, he said to me, he's like, listen, in this business, expect shit and expect it in your face.
Exactly. That's it. You know, some people won't hide it and stuff like
Trust
that.
me.
So why do you think, there's another thing that I realized with Montreal coming from Ontario, right? I realized that Montreal, we always wait last minute to buy tickets. Do you experience that with your parties?
Definitely.
Why do you think that is so? Why do you think that's a Montreal thing? I think in Ontario, we know what's happening. We buy the tickets right away. Montreal, we wait last minute to see who's going. I don't understand. In your experience, why do you think people do that?
One of the things is too is there's a lot of parties coming up. So people are like, I know I'm gonna go to this one,
right?
But I still have to go do this, and this, and this first.
So.
You know?
I guess so. Yeah.
So I guess the way we look at events is a little bit different over here. In some places where the population's a little bit more and certain things are a little bit more popular, you have to. It's more of a rush to get it. So you'll have some events here that when they're out, like big up Ricky Not Nice, Nightlife, Gussie Entertainment. When these guys put out some of these parties, people are like, here what?
They buy their tickets right away.
Big up Ricky D.
Yeah.
He has some of those gems too. That people are like, no, I need to get my tickets now, you know? And sometimes I get lucky and they're like, let me give Mustafa a look around now, you know?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
I like that. What's one of the biggest lessons you've learned from an event that didn't go as planned?
Resilience. You got to be tough, man.
Yeah, what happened?
You got to take some L's sometimes.
Yeah? Okay, yeah. What is it that didn't go up as planned? Was it the people that didn't come? Was it?
No, numbers are never an issue.
Okay, good.
For me, because I'm so creative, I tend to, not now anymore, but in the beginning, I was adding a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Thinking that, this is going to work, that's going to work, but everything came with a price tag.
Of course.
So even though I knew what I was looking for, I was doing all of this leading up to it.
Yeah, okay.
So when this is done and we get here now, we're like, okay, well, but why everything start? And I started to realize I need a budget a little bit more.
Of course.
Got my dad involved and sat down with me. He's like projected estimates and all these things.
Good
and I'm
for
like,
you got to get your parents involved.
Yeah, I'm sitting there. And even some of my homeboys, shout out Jason Roberts. I used to have to hit him up too.
Nice.
Shout out Winston from Earthquake Sound Crew. These guys were always like this, that, and I wasn't really paying attention. I was just like, my goal is this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But I learned how to slow myself down a little bit and pay more attention because, success is right there if you really,
It is. I like how you always have your family everywhere.
Cool.
You have your sisters at the door, your aunties at the door. Your dad's there, like you mentioned several times. What made you do that?
Well, like you were asking me before, if I felt overlooked. Mm-hmm. When you're overlooked in the business, you kind of feel like you're going up against certain entities, and who better to trust than your people? Them.
That's true.
You know, like
that is true.
Because I've learned the hard way. I've hired people who are a little bit shady. You know,
Okay.
they're looking at what they can gain on top of what they're already getting.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you want somebody who's looking at you and your rise. Who better to believe in you than your family, you know? So getting my auntie used to work for my dad at the door.
Yes, I remember.
So my dad right away was like, get your auntie.
Exactly, and she's always there.
She don't want the money, you know?
Exactly.
She just wanted to be successful. So
exactly.
I got my auntie, and then when it got a little bit big, got my dad, you know? My Uncle G pulls up.
Of course he does.
But he just comes to party. This guy
he does.
This guy don't never help.
We see that.
My sister, yeah. Now my kids and my nephews are big enough. My nephew's big enough to help me, so... My son, my daughters, my nephew, the mother of my kids, her nieces and nephews come now too. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's awesome. I love that. We're going to talk about your mom a little bit.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, just a little bit. Can I ask you, what's one lesson that you carry from your mom until this day?
Be proud of yourself.
Yeah. Your mom was amazing. And I know she'd be super proud of you right now. Talking about your mom, so I just wanted to know, like someone who still has both parents, you know?
Just so you guys know, we have to take a break so I could cry a little bit.
It's okay. That's
but
okay.
Trisha's my people, and she knew my mom very well too.
Very well. Yeah. One of my favorite people in the world. And she cooked the best pilau. Anyways, sorry.
I don't even eat it anymore because of that. Trust me.
I'm telling you, I can understand that.
My sister tries. Jasmine tries. She paid attention.
So she makes it like your mom?
Listen, Jasmine, the closest to it, I can't give it to nobody else but my sister. Like even Sorrel and Mobby, those are things there's certain things I cut out of my life since my mom passed.
Yeah.
But my sister gave me some sorrel the other day.
And it reminded you of your mom.
And I was like, boy, you kind of did your thing, you know?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, she made the best pilau. So talking about the grief, you know? I mean, Black men need to talk about grief and cry
for sure.
Does it ever go away?
No. Like I was telling you off camera, the grief is as big as the love. So if you love them big, the grief is gonna be big too. And when you have kids, it's different because you have these little personalities who lost this same person that meant the whole world to you. So no, it doesn't get easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you deal with it on a regular basis and stuff like that.
Definitely.
That's good.
My daughters, I call them mom.
Do they remind you of your mom?
All of my daughters, no matter what the nicknames I have for them besides that name, are all mom because that's the love, you know?
Yeah.
And my son is dad. Like I'll be outside and be like, yo, dad. And my dad turns around, I'm like, yo, not you, man, you.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, because he has my dad's nose. He looks like my father a lot too. So yeah, all my daughters are mom. All of them.
So sweet. That is really sweet. Like
the grief.
Yeah.
You can get some help, man.
Is that what helped you?
It helped me in certain aspects.
Okay.
Like so many people were afraid to talk to me. A therapist now, they're gonna ask you all the hard questions.
Of course, yeah.
So my sisters were going to therapy after my mom passed, and they were speaking about me so much in therapy that the therapist is like, yo,
you have to come.
Let him come. He needs to come.
Absolutely, yeah.
And she's from Trinidad. So
sorry.
She knows the culture, she knows the stigmas,
Yeah.
So I went over there and boy, she's like, listen, you're like one of my worst cases. We're getting straight to it.
Wow.
Yeah. Depression is serious.
It is. It really is. Yeah. I like that.
I thought I experienced it as a kid. Nah, sometimes you're just sad and you're bad lucky and you let the best get to you.
Yeah.
But depression is real. After my mom, I was very depressed.
Right.
So therapy, my friends, shout out everybody, my homegirl Rebecca, shout out Kaya, shout out Stacy, my partner Saren, like everybody who was there for me, trust me.
Okay.
It's necessary to have an amazing circle.
It really is. It really is because if you didn't, who knows, you know what I mean?
Because you take a lot of alone time.
You do.
And you need your people to be checking up on you because if you don't have good people, they're just going to let you
absolutely
rot away,
drown. How did your therapy change you inside though? Now, you're looking outside looking in, I'm sure your perspective changed on a lot of things, forgetting the whole, event planning thing. How did it change you as a person?
It allowed me to think a lot sooner, like triggers.
Okay.
Like even at work, you might have that guy who every day might, you know what I'm saying? And you start to realize, okay, and then it becomes a little bit spiritual too.
Right.
Because I'm Muslim and I believe in God, and therapy showed me that these two things go together, understanding who you are. So I know that I'm being tested.
Yeah.
Once you understand that certain things are meant to break you,
Oh yeah,
you
100%.
start. It's not that you're paranoid, but your spidey sense tingles a little bit sooner.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
100%.
Experience is one of the best teachers. Trust
Yeah.
me. You have to go through it to kind of see it. You can tell people things all the time,
Of course.
but unless they experience it for themselves,
They'll never know.
it's like you're talking to a wall, pretty much.
Exactly.
And you have to
They'll
have
never know.
patience.
Ooh, that's what I struggle with.
Because when I talk to my kids more time, and I'm like, buddy, I went through it. In their mind, it's like, and
They're teenagers, though.
Yeah.
They're not going to understand until they go through it.
it's when they go through it and they look at you like, this is what you. Because that's what happened with my mom. She used to be like, boy, if you don't hear, you're gonna feel.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear, and she got to a point where she's like, listen, I gotta let you live,
Exactly.
but just know I'm always here. And boy, you know me,
Exactly. Yeah.
and she was always there. So I try to give the same shit to my love. Hear me. I try to give the same love to my kids. Try to make sure they understand. Like, I'm only telling you this because I care.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And you do care. You know what I
so-
mean? Have you come to the point where you let them live now? Like,
I
Mom did?
learned that I had to, because now you end up talking too much,
Repeating yourself.
and now they don't want to be your friend no more. Not now you become the annoying old
No,
man. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Oh, here he goes again.
Exactly,
One time,
exactly.
I remember one time I was talking to my son and my daughter, and I thought I was giving the best speech ever.
Sorry.
My son texted me after. He's like, "Daddy, Fatima was texting the whole time." I was like, "Hold on."
So you thought you were giving something
I
motivational?
thought she had her head down and she
But
was,
she was taking notes?
She was like, listen, this guy's over here running his mouth. I don't know what he's even talking.
Wait, he's not just taking notes from your motivational speech?
Trust me. Mhm.
That's funny.
And my daughters, they play sports,
Good.
you know,
That's
so
amazing.
it comes with wins and losses, just like
course.
life. So
Yeah.
it's like another competition that they have to go through. So you got to be there for the tears.
I love that,
You got to
yeah.
be there for the W's, you
Yeah.
know. So it's a lot. But therapy, man, them. If you need the help, don't
get
wash
it.
no face. Go get it.
Go get it.
Talk to somebody who's been through it. It's okay, man. It's cool. Trust
Yeah,
me.
exactly. It did help you, and it helps you in the long run too. You know
Oh,
what I
definitely.
mean?
Because now you're giving it to other people.
Exactly.
You take away those little tools, and now I have some homeboys who are like, yo, bro, you're not shy with nothing.
That's
I said,
good.
but why would I be?
Yeah.
You understand?
After all that.
Me speaking up lets you understand that you're not alone. Because that's usually what happens. People feel like,
Exactly.
oh, I'm the only one going through it. I don't want this person to laugh at me or judge me. And I'm a bad man, so whatever. Nobody
You're my
can style
favorite
me.
guest. You're my favorite guest.
You know,
yes.
so
Yeah.
out of all of my friends that I grew up with, I'm the only one who's lost their mother. You know me, I've been incarcerated,
Yes.
but I'm the only one who's done that whole set of time.
Wow.
You know, so everything that I've gone through, like I even had one of my homeboys message me the other day, and he's like, "Yo, bro, you've been an example my whole
Wow.
you've been an example my whole life."
Look at you.
Yeah, he's like, everything that you did taught me not to do this. You know, some of my friends now, they're going through things with their mother, and they can be like,
Yeah.
they can call me,
Exactly.
you know, because
Yeah.
they know. And they loved my mom the way I love my mom.
Of
so
course.
they're like,
We all loved your mom.
it's just,
Yeah.
the feeling's mutual, you know?
Of course.
It makes everything so much easier, trust
Wow.
me.
How does it feel to be the example? Like, you know, you're basically being given your flowers for going through what you've been through. You know, life just doing what it's doing to you. How does that feel?
I'm very honored, actually.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah. Nowadays, I've been using that word a lot, even when I talk to God. I'm I feel very honored that He picked me.
Yes.
This
I
one-
love that.
This one little black you from Court
Yes,
Edge.
yes.
He
I
could
love
have
this.
given this to anybody
Yeah,
else, and He chose me.
exactly.
So I feel very honored that people call me and they're like talking to, even people at work, sometimes they're like, yo, Moose, can I talk to you for a second? I'm like, sure. And they're talking about their issues, and I'm like, God,
Yeah.
why?
You're the vessel. You are the vessel, and that comes with all
when you
of
don't
that.
when you don't know who you are, He'll show you.
Oh, absolutely.
And he'll keep
humble
showing you
too.
till you see it for yourself. Trust
Yeah,
me.
he'll definitely humble you as well. God has a sense of humor. You don't
Oh.
find?
I make people laugh all the time. I get it from Him.
Yeah. Well, you are funny naturally. You are funny naturally. What's one thing, like a legacy that you would like to leave back for your kids, your grandkids, all that?
Oh, just be yourself.
Yeah, what?
Love God. Trust God. Keep the good friends close and keep the rest of them outside of the circle. You can keep them close. It's cool.
You think so? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'd rather the person who shows me who they are than the person who acts like they're my friend.
I got you.
So if I know you're a little bit different sometimes, it's God gave me the choice. Either I don't mean to swear, but either I F with you or I cut you off.
Right.
And if I choose to keep rocking with you, I understand what comes with you. You might be a little bit hypocritical. You might be too critical, you know? There's so many things that you might do that
Right.
I don't really like, but I know that's who you are.
Exactly.
So if I choose to keep you as a friend, I have to understand that. I got to expect that, you know? Yeah, but that's about it. And just love. It's okay to love.
Yeah,
man.
it's okay to love. It's okay to love yourself too.
One of the most important things I've learned recently as an adult, you have to love yourself.
Absolutely.
You definitely have to, because you can't really give yourself to anybody else. That means you now depend on the situation,
exactly.
To how you feel about yourself. So I tell my kids all the time, it's a team sport.
Absolutely. Listen.
But how you feel.
Right.
If you're only shooting that shot because she shoots her shot, then you're not really learning anything, because you're just a follow,
Yeah.
So be yourself, love yourself. It's very important. That's where your strength lies,
Mm-hmm. 100%. 100%. What is next besides the June 7th party? What else do you have happening?
Oh boy, we have the 90s party coming up this weekend.
I saw that. Yes.
Yeah, Not Nice. That one's gonna be crazy. A lot of people are coming out for that one. We have something in the works. I got to surprise you guys real soon with that one too. Shout out my partner Siren. We have Bosie in July 26th. We have Crave.
Okay.
My partner Siren, she helps out with Drew and Crave.
Good.
So just Crave, you have to look out for Crave for sure. Girls Night Out, Drew's doing that one too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Gussie's party. I Love Summer.
I saw that too. Yeah, you guys had a lot of things going on.
And I don't work with all of them, but because I work with them sometimes, and I love to see everybody doing what they do, I shout out everything everybody's doing. You know, it's just the best way to do it. Like, how else am I gonna show you love? Shout out DJ Kicks when I got him like a fresh white tee real quick.
I love DJ Kicks is the best.
Trust me. And I can just text this guy, "Are you at the shop? I'm coming."
And you buy, you go. That's it.
Yeah.
I love that. You got a lot of support in the city, and I think that's amazing. I really do think that is amazing. We are gonna play a game with Steph. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so like I told you, we're going to play a game with Mustafa. I'm going to do a mix with him. I'm going to finish the lyrics because he's a big party promoter. He should know some of these lyrics. And then we're going to do a trivia. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I make it hard, so I hope you can win. You don't win anything, but you know what I mean?
My memory's not the best, but I'll try.
That's okay. Listen, we're all getting older. All right, so finish this lyric. You can hate me now,
but I won't stop now.
Nice. Okay, good. Can you tell me who sings it?
DMX?
No. Steph. Nas.
Oh yeah, Nas.
We won't ask the artist.
I remember the lyrics though.
That was the point of the game. Okay, next. It was all a dream.
Used to read Word Up magazine.
Okay, who's this
Notorious
now?
B.I.G.
Please, thank you.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. You can't mix that up. Okay, next one. Started from the bottom now.
Now we're here.
Okay, Who is it?
Drake. Started from the basement. That's
my
whole story.
See? Started from the basement. See, it runs well. Okay, cash rules everything around me.
Cream makes the money. Wu-Tang.
Dollar bills. Yeah. Okay.
Method Man, yeah.
Now, I won't say that one because I don't want you to cuss on my show. So that's not going to be it. All right. So trivia now. You ready?
Yeah.
Which rapper is known as the God MC? Is it Tupac, Rakim, Nas, or Big Daddy Kane?
I would go with Rakim. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. Good.
Rakim,
Good. Okay. What was Drake's first full-length studio album? Was it If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, Thank Me Later, Nothing Was the Same, or Views?
I think Thank Me Later.
You're right.
No way.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right. Okay, this is not that bad. You see?
Not that
In
bad.
hip-hop, what does the 808 refer to? Is it a fashion style, a slang term for police, a drum machine sound, or a dance move?
Can you give me the options again?
Okay, no problem. In hip-hop, the 808 is what? A fashion style, a slang term for police, a drum machine sound, or a dance move?
Damn, I ain't never heard none of those refer to that.
This one, I'm happy you don't know it.
A dance move?
No, you're wrong. It's a drum machine sound.
Okay.
It's a drum machine sound.
All my DJs are going to hate me for that one. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
We're going to ask you some Montreal questions now,
Yeah.
right? What neighborhood is famously known as Montreal's cultural melting pot? Is it the Plateau? Is it Côte-des-Neiges, Outremont, or West Island?
They better give it to Côte-des-Neiges.
Yes, excuse us.
That's the most multicultural hood ever.
They did, sorry.
Everything started in Côte-des-Neiges.
Exactly, it is Côte-des-Neiges.
Yeah.
You're right. What's the name of the island where Osheaga Music Festival takes place? Is it Jarry Park, Ile St. Helene, Laval, or Mount Royal? Come on, promoter. You got this.
I don't know. I never went.
Osheaga. Big event, which you're going to get to at some point as well.
What are the options again? Ile Saint Helene?
Yeah. Jerry Park, Laval, or Mount Royal?
Jerry Park. Mount Royal. What would he do? I'll go Ile Saint Helene.
You're right.
No, I'm like, where else are they going to have something so huge?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, next one. What popular Montreal street is known for clubs, bars, and nightlife? Is it Saint Denis, Saint Laurent, Jean Talon, or DeCarry?
I'll say Saint Laurent.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
And lastly, what is Carrie Mass known for? Is it snowboarding events, Caribbean carnival vibes, jazz performances, or film screenings?
Caribbean Carnival vibes.
Amen. Are you going to be a part of that this year?
Hopefully.
That's good. That's good. Well, you did pretty good. Give
Thank
yourself a round of applause.
Thank
You're like, it better be Culture Mesh. It is.
Uptown, baby.
It is. Mm-hmm. It is. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Steph did pretty good. You did. Give him a little round of applause. He did pretty good. So before you go, I just wanted to know, on a personal note, outside of the parties, who is Mustafa and what grounds do you stand on?
Father, Muslim, brother. I guess I'm the rock after my mom. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And what grounds do I stand on? I stand on my faith to the best of my ability. I'm trying my best.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's one thing for sure.
Yeah. And what's one thing you're proud of that you don't talk about enough for yourself?
Believing in myself.
Yeah.
Took a long time. I never used to smile like this. I'll tell you that.
That's true. You never used to smile.
Yeah.
That is
I
very
never used
true.
to smile. I actually feel really good smiling.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm proud of myself for that.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you
I'm
very
giving
much.
you your flowers because I think you're so amazing. I think
you very
everything you're
much.
doing is amazing. Although I cannot come to every party like I told you.
It's all good, man.
You know what I mean? I still support you 100%.
You send the love from afar. I take
do.
it. Thank
I
you
do.
very
And I'm
much.
always going to share. I'm always going to support all that good old stuff, you know?
I appreciate you and I love you, man.
And any more last words for my audience?
See you guys this summer. Summer looking real good.
It is. It is. Support Steph. Tell them where to find you too, please.
Nobody's Perfect on Instagram. I have the gas station on Instagram also. 40 People Entertainment on Instagram. I actually don't know my Snap or my TikToks.
I don't know any of them either.
But if you go on any of those Instagram pages, you'll definitely find my other pages. I'm on Facebook, Mustafa Ali Douglas. Yeah.
So definitely find him there, ladies and
Definitely
gentlemen.
find me
Steph,
there.
thank you so much again for coming.
And we're going to hold it to Mistress. She'll be at my Off-White birthday party because she ain't got no choice because it's my birthday.
Thank you for watching this episode of Talking with Mistress. I'll see you guys again.
See you guys again.